Welcome to 24/7 Updates, your daily source for global events and breaking stories. We interrupt this program for a special report. The familiar jingle of breaking news echoes across the airwaves, instantly grabbing the attention of millions. In living rooms, offices, and even busy street-side eateries, conversations halt mid-sentence as eyes turn to the nearest screen. The nation holds its breath, sensing that something extraordinary is about to unfold. The date is July 31st, 2025. Across the Philippines, TV screens flicker to the presidential seal. Families, friends, and even strangers gather together, united by curiosity and a growing sense of anticipation. The air is thick with suspense, as if the entire country is collectively waiting for a single life-changing moment. A hush falls over the nation. Everyone senses something historic is coming. In Manila's bustling streets, traffic slows as drivers tune into their radios. In rural barangays, neighbors crowd around a single television set, their faces illuminated by the glow of the screen. The silence is profound, broken only by the soft hum of electronics and the occasional gasp of anticipation. The president appears, flanked by top energy and defense officials, his expression grave. The weight of the moment is visible in his posture and the somber faces of those beside him. Cameras flash, capturing a scene that will soon be replayed around the world. He announces a discovery in the West Philippine Sea, massive, world-class reserves of oil and natural gas. The words hang in the air, almost unbelievable. For decades, the nation has dreamed of energy independence, and now, that dream is within reach. The president's voice is steady, but the excitement is unmistakable. The scale is staggering, far beyond anyone's wildest dreams. News graphics show comparisons to the world's largest reserves, and the numbers are almost too large to comprehend. Billions of barrels, enough to transform the nation's economy and secure its future for generations. This is not just about energy, he says, but about sovereignty and a new chapter for the nation. The president's words resonate deeply, reminding everyone that this discovery is a symbol of hope, unity, and national pride. It is a turning point, a chance to redefine the country's place in the world. The broadcast ends, but its impact is immediate. Phones light up as people call loved ones, sharing the news with those who missed the announcement. Social media buzzes with speculation, excitement, and a sense of collective triumph. Cheers erupt in Manila, tears of joy in rural villages, and social media explodes with pride. Strangers embrace in the streets, united by a newfound optimism. For many, it feels like a long-awaited miracle, a moment that will be remembered for generations. The hashtag Philippine oil trends globally within minutes. Messages of congratulations pour in from Filipinos abroad, and the world's media begins to take notice. The nation's story is suddenly at the center of global attention. For a nation long beset by challenges, this is a bolt of hope. Faces once marked by worry now shine with possibility. Parents hug their children a little tighter, imagining a brighter future ahead. The world is watching, and the Filipino people are ready. As international headlines flash across screens, the Philippines stands united, prepared to embrace its destiny and show the world the strength and resilience of its people. The president's announcement ignites a fire in the Filipino spirit. In an instant, the air is charged with excitement and disbelief. People pour into the streets, their faces lit up by hope and possibility. The news spreads like wildfire, reaching every corner of the archipelago, uniting millions in a single, powerful moment. Across the country, political divisions fade as unity takes hold. For once, differences in opinion, background, and belief are set aside. Filipinos from all walks of life, young and old, rich and poor, from the bustling cities to the quiet provinces, find themselves bound together by a shared sense of destiny. The nation stands as one, hearts beating in unison. From Cebu's lively markets to Palawan's peaceful fishing villages, people celebrate together. Laughter and music fill the air, as neighbors and strangers alike join hands in spontaneous joy. In every barangay, from the mountains to the coasts, the sense of community is stronger than ever before. Strangers embrace, horns blare, and flags wave from balconies. The streets become rivers of celebration, with people dancing, singing, and sharing food. The colors of the Philippine flag flutter proudly everywhere, a symbol of newfound hope and unity. It's a spontaneous festival of hope. Music erupts from every corner, and impromptu parades fill the night with laughter and song. The joy is infectious, spreading from city centers to the smallest villages, as Filipinos rediscover the power of coming together. For generations, Filipinos have faced hardship and sought opportunity abroad. Millions have left their families behind, chasing dreams in distant lands, sacrificing comfort for the promise of a better life. Their stories are woven into the fabric of the nation, stories of courage, sacrifice, and unbreakable hope. Now the discovery feels like a reward for their resilience, a promise that the future can be built at home. Tears of joy flow as families gather around televisions, realizing that the sacrifices of the past may finally bear fruit. The hope that once seemed distant now feels within reach. The oil and gas are more than resources, they're symbols of the nation's potential, finally unlocked. They represent a turning point, a chance for the Philippines to chart its own course, to harness its wealth for the good of its people, and to dream bigger than ever before. Overseas, Filipinos share the news with tears of pride. In distant cities and faraway lands, they gather around screens, their hearts swelling with hope and longing. For many, it's a reminder of home and a reason to believe that one day they too can return. For them, it's hope that one day families won't have to be separated for work. The dream of being together, of parents watching their children grow, of families sharing meals and milestones, suddenly feels possible. The promise of home is no longer just a wish, but a future within reach. The discovery promises not just wealth, but the chance to bring the nation's people home. Airports become scenes of joyful reunions, as the hope of return becomes a reality for many. The nation's greatest resource, its people, can finally come home to build, to dream, and to thrive. It's a vision of a Philippines that can provide for its own, a country where opportunity is found at home, where families are whole, and where the next generation can look forward to a brighter, more prosperous future. The nation dares to dream again. With hope rising from the depths, the Philippines stands ready to embrace a new era, one filled with unity, pride, and the promise of a better tomorrow. The West Philippine Sea is more than a map, it's the heart of Filipino identity. For centuries, its waters have fed families and shaped traditions. It's a cradle of biodiversity, part of the Coral Triangle, teeming with marine life. Filipino scientists have long fought to protect this natural treasure. Economically, the sea is a vital maritime highway, linking the Philippines to global trade. Control over these waters means economic security and national pride. Territorial disputes here are not just legal, they threaten livelihoods and sovereignty. When foreign vessels harass Filipino fishermen, it's a direct assault on heritage. The sea is a symbol of independence. Defending it is a fight for the nation's soul. The oil discovery lands in the midst of a tense geopolitical standoff. For years, the Philippines has clashed with China over the West Philippine Sea. In 2016, the Hague Tribunal ruled in favor of the Philippines, invalidating China's sweeping claims. China rejected the ruling, intensifying its presence and militarizing the waters. Filipino fishermen face constant harassment. Tensions simmer. Now, with trillions in resources at stake, the stakes are higher than ever. The discovery sits squarely within the Philippines' legally recognized zone. The legal victory is now an economic imperative. The stage is set for a dramatic confrontation. The scale of the discovery is staggering. 20 billion barrels of oil, 55 trillion cubic feet of gas. This dwarfs the Malampaya field and could reshape the Philippine economy. At current prices, the reserves are worth over $2 trillion. The Philippines can finally shed its dependence on imported energy. Tax and royalty revenues could fund transformative national projects for generations. The Sampaguita-Luzon complex is not just a replacement for Malampaya, it's a quantum leap. The find positions the Philippines as a major energy player and potential exporter. International energy giants are eager to partner in extraction. Global markets are watching as the Philippines gains unprecedented leverage. This is more than black gold, it's a ticket to the global stage. The discovery promises to transform daily life for millions of Filipinos, touching every corner of society. Imagine waking up each day knowing that the future holds more certainty, more opportunity, and more hope than ever before. With greater energy security, electricity costs will finally come down, making it easier for families to manage their monthly budgets. This means more money left over for food, education, and savings. Industries, both big and small, will benefit from lower operating costs, allowing them to expand, innovate, and hire more workers. The ripple effect will be massive job creation across the country. From skilled engineers and technicians to support staff and service providers, new opportunities will open up in every sector. Training programs and scholarships will help prepare the next generation for these roles. For young Filipinos, this means a real chance to build their careers at home, close to their families instead of seeking work abroad. The dream of a fulfilling life in the Philippines will become a reality for many. Infrastructure development will accelerate at an unprecedented pace. Railways, ports, hospitals, and schools will rise across the archipelago. New roads and bridges will connect communities, making travel safer and faster. The nation's oil wealth can finally close the infrastructure gap, bringing modern classrooms, advanced hospitals, and vibrant public spaces to every region. Quality of life will improve for all, not just a privileged few. A stable power grid, efficient transport systems, and better healthcare will become the new normal. Emergency services will reach people faster, and daily commutes will be less stressful. Small businesses, the backbone of the Filipino economy, will thrive with lower overhead costs and greater access to reliable power. Entrepreneurs will have the confidence to invest and grow, creating even more jobs. This transformation is not just about economic statistics, it's about real people, real families, and real dreams. For 115 million Filipinos, it's a pathway to a better, more secure life. The discovery lays the foundation for a more confident, capable nation, one that can compete on the world stage and provide for its people. For the first time, the Philippines can dream big and truly make those dreams a reality. The next generation will inherit a country full of promise and possibility. The future is within reach, and together Filipinos can build a nation that shines with hope, resilience, and pride. Celebration is tempered by China's swift, stern response. Beijing reasserts its claims and warns against unilateral action. The Philippines faces a critical challenge, defending its rights without provoking conflict. Diplomatically, Manila must rally allies and highlight the Hague ruling. Building a coalition of support is essential. Militarily, the Philippines must modernize its Navy and Coast Guard, focusing on deterrence. Joint patrols with allies send a clear signal. The Philippines is not alone. Legally, every act of harassment must be documented and presented to the world. The nation must stand firm, wielding law and unity as its strongest weapons. With great wealth comes great responsibility. The West Philippine Sea is an ecological treasure. The government pledges the world's strictest environmental standards for extraction. Only companies with flawless safety records may participate. A portion of revenues will fund a national marine conservation trust. This will expand protected areas, support research, and empower local communities. The goal: resource extraction that finances preservation, making the Philippines a leader in sustainability. Environmental stewardship strengthens the nation's moral and legal standing. Progress and preservation must go hand in hand. The Sampaguita-Luzon complex is a beginning, not an end. Success depends on wise management, starting with a sovereign wealth fund shielded from politics. Investing in education and skills will prepare Filipinos for a modern economy. National unity and transparency are essential to avoid the resource curse. Civil society, a free press, and strong institutions must ensure wealth benefits all. The vision: a Philippines that is energy independent, economically vibrant, and a beacon of democracy, innovation, world-class infrastructure, and opportunity for all. The journey will be challenging, but hope and unity light the way. This is the moment to turn discovery into legacy. The Filipino people are ready to claim their future,